They're running at each other. They are clashing. And this is Warriors Orochi 3 Ultimate, Dan.
Oh, boy.
This is... You brought this on yourself, Dan.
No, I didn't.
While you talk about Hyrule Warriors.
Oh, all my talk. I've responded when it has come up in conversation.
And now I'm going to press the pad button.
Well, yeah, that's how you start a game.
So that we can... Yeah, I mean, you press the pad button, naturally. That's every game.
These
look gigantic, crazy menu that all these games have.
Familiar options.
Yeah. Story mode, free mode, Muso battlefields, dual mode, gauntlet mode. We're going to go into story mode.
Okay. Now, you know, strict history in the Dynasty Warriors game. Does this kind of stray from that?
My understanding is that the Warriors Orochi series is a little separate from that stuff, and they're like, well, look, we like making these games, and apparently some people somehow like them, but what if we got them away from the Yellow Turban Rebellion and got them into something a little crazier?
Okay.
And here we are.
Well, they've done Gundams.
They have done Gundams, yes. That was Dynasty Warriors in space.
That was.
Arise.
Do you remember Demon Kings? I think Capcom tried to do a
Yes.
PS2.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. I mean, for these type of games.
I remember people seeming to enjoy those games.
Yeah. See, I actually have seen a lot of Dynasty Warriors because this is like my sister's favorite thing in the world.
I think at some point, like anyone that has been doing this for any length of time, like has for one reason or another seen a lot of Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah, well, just the sheer amount of games.
Do you remember the first Dynasty Warriors?
It was a one-on-one fighting game for the PlayStation 1.
It was pretty good.
It was, and then with 2, it was PlayStation 2.
They fucked it all up.
They had the power of the PlayStation 2.
They fucked it all up.
The thing is, though, the people that love these games really, really love them. And
That first one was like kind of like Bushido Blade, but different.
Yeah. No, it was a good fighter for sure. But I think there has to be some weird thing to this that appeals to a certain part of the gaming population that we don't get.
There's been some people, I think, recently that have been like, it's just like Diablo. It's just like you just mindlessly hit the buttons and then you get loot.
No, it doesn't seem like Diablo at all.
Yeah, but in terms of just like, it being like a mindless game where you were hitting the buttons and killing stuff, which now that I'm level 70 and then some, like Diablo is very much run into crowds full of people and then just watch your cooldown meters and hit every button.
But I feel like it's got a more interesting kind of leveling thing. And crafting and
yes,
stuff.
I think that, the accoutrements around it are far better.
Although, can't you level up? Like, I've seen my sister, like, she has all these weapons leveled up.
Yeah,
with all
you
these
get weapons, all sorts of stuff. We're going to fight a Hydra.
Okay.
In this first mission of Warriors Orochi 3 Ultimate on the PlayStation 4 here.
They are releasing this very close to Hyrule Warriors.
I don't think they care. I don't know, that's Nintendo's thing. This is like their thing.
But I mean, in terms of like fans of this kind of gameplay, like you'd think that that's on both both games are on those people's radar.
But this game's not coming out for Wii U, so it's sort of,
I guess okay.
It's a different audience theoretically. So we get some true triple attack, the true Muso burst. I'm finding outside 2 to 5 team members that have different battle style. What? All right. Okay.
It's a lot of red dots.
Team info. We've got Ma Chao, Sima Zhao, Hanbei, Takenaka.
Sure. Who's got the most speed? You're gonna be doing a lot of running around. Hanbei.
She has 140 as opposed to the 135 here. We got armies. We have to defeat the Hydra.
Okay.
Ma Chao cannot be defeated.
Can you sprint straight to the Hydra and just try to take them on? Or?
No. So I've played this mission a couple of times. I had it go wrong the last time because I think I ran off the wrong edge after a story event had happened, and then I got stuck in an area and couldn't get back across to where I needed to be. Maybe I was missing something, but it seemed like maybe the game was broken and not accounting for what to me seemed like a very easy mistake to make.
Tiny health bars.
Okay, so
I feel like with the power of the PS4, they should have increased the draw distance quite a bit here. Like, you see these guys just kind of fading in and stuff in the background?
I think the ground texture could have looked less like garbage. As well.
I mean, this does look like kind of a high-res version of the PS2 era Dynasty Warriors title.
Yeah, I mean, this is not the first game from Omega Force. Omega Force?
Sure.
Team Omega?
Yeah.
I'm making that up. Omega Force. That has appeared on this platform. So, yes. I have killed 50 men already.
Those men or those demons?
It's a loose, I don't know. So at any point here, I can... okay, let me... Which button is it? There it is. So I can switch between my 3 party members here. Kind of mid-combo.
Oh, you can just...
Like
is that new?
tag or something.
Is that new to the series?
You know, I have not... I have retained 0 knowledge of the Warriors Orochi franchise. So I could not tell you if that's the case or not. I picked up an item, doubled my attack. But we are basically looking to get to this gate here.
Does it not open until you've killed Keelback? Or
Yeah,
whatever?
there's
Okay.
Keelback. Where's Keelback? We have to kill Keelback. There he is.
How can you discern anything there? Oh, there he is.
Keelback
He's dead.
defeated. Yosh. That means, yeah.
Remember 99 Nights and its sequel?
Yes, I played more 99 Nights than I should have played.
For fun or for work?
Let's say it's for research purposes.
Okay. What was the big claim? Was it like 10,000 characters on screen or something crazy?
Yeah, it was something crazy like that. So there's a Hydra, so there's fire here. You can't walk across the fire.
Okay.
We need to go down here.
We got to a point where Dynasty Warriors sequels, like the big bullet point would be like, now you can climb ladders.
Right.
Now you can
Like,
swing.
oh, well, that's...
Game changer.
You always think, like, you know, to the people that are way into this, they're probably reading that and going like, oh, fuck!
Yeah, yeah,
Finally!
yeah. I mean, that was like me when I'm reading about Twisted Metal 3 coming out and I hear about a new kind of missile. I mean, it's probably the same type of thing.
Drunk missiles? What? I'm drunk right now. This is the best.
I'm not used to seeing like boss fights or giant creatures in this franchise.
Yeah, so I feel like, you know, with there being a big Hydra here and this not being based on history, like maybe this is a little more like what we could expect out of Hyrule Warriors.
From the demo I played, it was the E3 demo. I fought like the Dodongo, and it was nice to have a larger enemy that required more than mashing square. I think I mashed R or ZR, so totally different game.
Those aren't buttons. What is that? ZR.
You know, I'm a big Nintendo fan,
that a
but
car?
it's stupid naming. ZR and ZL is real stupid.
I think that's the thing people need to realize. You can be a big fan of Nintendo's games and still think the way they name their buttons is poor.
Oh yeah, Nintendo does all kinds of dumb decisions. Just so many.
Did you see that NES 3DS?
I
They
did.
announced this morning
I did.
that it has the controller on the outside of the lid.
Yeah.
They didn't decorate the inside to look like the controller.
Yeah. Well, I think the D-pad has the little red lines. But like,
Okay.
again, I am as nostalgia-minded as any Nintendo fan. I grew up on the NES. That was my first console.
Yeah,
My
nice.
first memories of gaming are Mario Brothers and Mega Man and Punch-Out and Ninja Gaiden. But I don't need to buy that. I don't need to have that on my 3DS.
Well, yeah. I mean, whatever. Like, regardless of whether you need to buy it or not, like, my problem is that it is a bad way to commemorate that console. Like, just like, we'll put the controller on the outside.
Yeah.
Like, what? Could you have made it, like, any more kind of half-assed? I mean, I get it. Like, the new 3DS is coming out soon, and that's the one you care about, but, like,
Trying to get rid of stock by throwing some clip art on
farting
the
out
old
this
ones.
stuff on, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
At least the Persona Q one will have Persona people on it, right?
I don't know. I've never played a Persona.
You should try it.
I'm surprised to hear that. I know you guys did the whole endurance run and everything, and people seem to really talk about that a lot. I'm surprised to hear that you like it.
I mean, it's, you know, I grew up playing a lot of those type of RPGs, and I always like kind of had a respect for the Persona series because it wasn't about like all the same just high, like kind of Japanese take on fantasy that everything else was. Like the idea of like Japanese high school being represented and like these high school kids in this extraordinary situation fighting monsters. Like the whole franchise has been fascinating to me.
Okay.
Now we're in this ballista.
Sure.
I'm gonna shoot at this Hydra. It's got a life meter.
It does. This is different.
Uh-huh.
I'd be up for this with some Zelda classic bosses. You're fighting Bane.
Dodongo dislikes ballistas, it will say.
Is there going to be a bunch of cheeky Zelda references?
In Hyrule Warriors?
Yeah.
I bet.
It's dangerous to go alone or whatever every time you get a sword or something.
I guess I don't know. I don't know what the tone of it is, but I would not be shocked if it had all of that in there.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I'm going to start playing that soon.
Yeah.
We'll
It's
see,
out pretty soon here, right?
Yeah, I believe I want to say the 14th.
Okay.
You're getting kills for shooting this Hydra.
I think that means that my army is killing people behind me or something.
I thought that was supposed to be your, like, personal thing.
Yeah, I feel a little robbed myself.
I want that to be like an accurate, I have killed this many people thing.
Man, this...
Oh, wow, you're shooting the guy right up his spikes.
Yeah.
Ma Ting. I know Lu Bu is a big thing in the Dynasty Warriors game.
Yeah, I don't think he's in this.
I wonder if they'd just have him give like a cameo or whatever. Like, oh, here's him in hell.
Lu Bu, but he's fighting a Hydra now. They've broken the ballista. Oh no. What will we do?
Come to think of it, I have always been surrounded by Dynasty Warriors people. My college roommate was obsessed with these games. And again, he had good taste in games otherwise. So does my sister. I just don't know how these... I mean, again, it's personal taste, I guess, but I think the vast majority of people that play games are not huge on this series. And then these occasional outliers...
I just think, like, there's a lot of it that is really clunky looking. Like, you know, conceptually, like, hey, be on this big battlefield, you know, take on hundreds of enemies, and all this other stuff is fine. I just feel like the animation looks like crap, and I think that, you know, like, a lot of it just looks bad, and the progression of levels is just corny. I just don't think they're very good games.
And not to mention just the core gameplay, ever since like Dynasty Warriors 2 in fucking 2002 or whatever, has been run over here, jam on square and triangle until a door opens or something, and then cut to some cutscene of some guy coming on the battlefield, hit square and triangle until he's dead.
Yeah.
Go get a rice bun or something.
Uh-huh.
And then just do that forever, for the rest of your life.
I mean, I like rice buns.
I don't think I've ever had one.
You should try them sometimes.
Sounds good.
It's rice.
I like rice. I like buns. Ooh.
Yeah, so I hit R1 there, and, you know.
Yeah, they add new attacks, like Muso attacks and Team Muso and all this crap, but, like, I just feel like the core has been the same for so long.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things where they make additions that I'm sure, like, the people that really love these games from this developer are interested in hearing about. But
yeah.
From the outside looking in, it's just like, this doesn't actually change anything because I don't like the core thing that it is, and that's, you know.
Yeah. Which if
most genres are like that, though. You know, like, you know, it's like when you describe the changes in Call of Duty every year to someone who doesn't play it, they're just like, what? That doesn't fucking matter.
Oh,
like,
it's well, pick 12 instead of pick 10?
Yeah, exactly. You're like, well, actually, I mean, it sort of does matter.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, like, if Hyrule Warriors is just this exact gameplay with Zelda characters and music and levels, I will enjoy it more based just on, you know, oh, this is cool. These are areas that I know and love and everything. But I think I will still consider it not a great game. You know? I mean, I would rather fight through Hyrule than Hydra Hell.
Sure, yeah.
But if it plays exactly like this, it's just going to be kind of like, all right.
Yeah. Oh, I should have moved. The Hydra was shooting fire there.
Are your other two guys dead, or are they just off doing their own thing?
No, I just kind of switch between them when I want to.
Can one of them die permanently and the level keeps going?
I don't know. We found the other ballista here, so let's keep shooting.
You have not made much of a dent
in
that guy's health bar.
You'll notice that his health bar is completely refilled, almost like it doesn't matter what happens in this sequence at all, because it's not really what needs to happen.
Oh.
The game is lying to us.
I'll probably never be in a situation like this in real life.
You know, never say never.
I can't see it happening.
Okay, so now that other spot is flashing on the map, so we'll go over there.
There's some nice facial hair in the game.
Is that a place I can go? No. Demon Army has arrived. These are my guys, I think. I don't know.
I like how it's always flashing this stuff like, oh, they've gained morale, or they're in high spirits, and I can't imagine that makes too much of a difference gameplay-wise.
Yeah, probably not. I
mean,
know.
Maybe that changes if they're retreating or advancing, or I don't know if they get stat boosts or whatever, but...
The victory conditions have changed. We don't need to defeat the Hydra at all. We need to retreat.
Is that a scripted thing?
Yeah.
So all the time you're spent fighting the Hydra,
It's just like whatever. It's not actually the thing you're supposed to be doing.
could you have not touched that at all and you still would have got that change?
I think you have to have both the ballistas secured and have them broken in those little sequences.
So you're just going through the charade basically just to trigger the next thing? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so here's where I screwed up last time, where I jumped off a ledge thinking I was getting to the spot I needed to go to, but then I jumped over like that weird firewall we saw earlier.
Yeah.
I jumped around that and then couldn't get to where I was going and couldn't get back up into the rest of the level, and it seemed like I had screwed up a fair amount.
Okay.
And then I felt like I could not finish the level, so I don't know where I need to actually go now. You know, I jumped down on that ledge there earlier to get down here, so I can't go back up that way. These guys can come down here, though, so we can cut these guys, I guess.
So the end goal is the other flashy green circle,
The thing on the left side there, the map up there, yeah.
Okay.
Trying to retreat.
This game doling out the trophies?
I just got one. I don't know.
It seems like the frame rate stays somewhat up there.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel like it doesn't look great. I mean, like I said, the ground texture looks real bad, and I just don't think the character models are especially awesome either. So, like,
I mean, there's a lot of hats on screen right now. That's
yes.
in terms of PS4, this probably has the most hats on screen at one time.
Yes, if we were like a hats per second, this is way up there.
The HPS is super high. With
Yeah,
this.
it's locked at 140 or something.
Is that a new thing?
Yeah, it's on PS4. You can. They threw a little Facebook in there for you.
Really? Maybe I turned that off. I've never seen that before. Or
Yeah,
maybe just no one likes what I do.
And okay, so we're coming up on that firewall that I jumped over and around the last time.
Okay.
Let's not do that last time I played it. So yeah, I jumped off this ledge here to get down to kind of where the start of the level was, thinking I could get around that way. And I've then had to wander around for a while and go like, I don't know.
Well, just looking at the map, I think you're gonna have to go weird, like wide counterclockwise.
I feel, yeah, that's what I thought I was going to need to do also, but I jumped down ledges to get around that way to begin with, and I can't go back up them.
But I mean, I think just the white and gray areas are places you can really like walk on. And the only place I'm seeing it connected is if you go like.
Oh wait,
down here looks
did I just
bad.
fuck it up again? Did I just fuck it up again?
Can you go up that hill?
Did I just fuck it up again?
Can you go up that hill? You might be able to salvage that. I would. Oh, yeah, you fucked it up. There has to be some escape, right?
I don't think this is where I was last time. I think this is a different area. So I might not have fucked it up completely.
Can you go? That looks like an entryway of some sort.
This is where I jumped down last time to get to the first ballista, so we're kind of backtracking. So maybe there's a way to get.
Does not look scalable.
How about that? No?
Nope. In Skyrim, can't just cheese dick your way up that hill.
No. That Hydra burned me. No.
That's not happening.
That way. So here's one of these gates. I clearly went through one of those, that gate earlier. Okay, so, I'm going to go down and around this way, and then I'll hang a left at some point and go up and around.
The first chance you get to go left. Can you go left there?
No, that's a big wall.
Giant wall, yeah. So yeah, follow that around. Yeah, it looks like you'll connect over there. And
I'm having a great time.
You almost killed 1,000 men.
Uh-huh. I hit square a lot. Not even 1,000 times, I'd bet.
Hey, you hit triangle too.
No, I actually haven't really been hitting triangle that much.
See, I hear that's how you do like the big combos. It'll be like square, square, triangle, triangle, and like you can add to these combos and stuff.
Yeah, that was triangle right there. I totally hit triangle and
now
like
try
a little air launcher
Try
there.
3 squares, then triangle, square, triangle.
Yeah,
See, you did a little flourish.
Yeah, you did a little thing there.
Yeah, now you're playing with style here.
That's a literal game changer.
Yeah. No, I've seen giant strings of stuff you have to memorize. Like, oh, if you want it's like a Ninja Gaiden. Like, you want to do the Azuni drop. It's like, oh, you got to memorize like all this crap. I think there's stuff like that in this.
I feel like that drop is just like a spinning pile driver. It's just like a Zangief move.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't want to feel like I'm defending Dynasty Warriors, because I don't play or like these games. I had to review them for a long time. And they ain't great. I know that there is something there based on my experiences with people like my sister or my old roommate. Because that just doesn't happen otherwise.
Yeah. I'm through trying to understand people that like them. Because I'm not convinced that I ever will be able to.
I mean, maybe this is just like one of those like podcast games where like, I'm going to watch Hulu on my laptop.
I've had people describe
here.
it that way. There, I'm surfing on a guy there.
That's all right. I like that.
Yeah.
I also like that in Devil May Cry 3. Did you just do a little gun thing with your hand?
I think it was like a little flourish at the end of the combos. Like, oh, by the way, yeah.
Seems like a pretty cool guy then. All right.
Her special seems to be just she flies for a little bit.
Cool.
I don't need to fight all these guys. Like, just look at this.
Okay, that looks really
like. Come on,
that looks real stupid.
This game is fucked, man. Look at this. Good games don't do that.
Oh wow, this is a telling sequence here.
You know, like who thought this was
Walker, Texas Ranger?
I'm getting attacked there and not even reacting.
Wow. Okay, Daji is at the escape point.
How dare Daji show up at the escape point?
We got Yellow Belly. Gotta kill that fella. Okay.
Oh. Demon army.
Yep.
Be cool if all three of these guys just got murdered and it's like, all right, now here's the real game. Hey, maybe that's it. No, maybe not.
Here's just fucking Galaga. You'd probably be real happy if you just
like
unlock Galaga.
And join the ships together.
Yeah.
I
think we've referenced that strategy twice in 2 days.
I think you're right.
Galaga's a good game.
Galaga is a good game.
Great game. Played in the loading screen at Tekken a lot. Hell's going on here, Jeff?
This is Kaguya here. And she's happy that everyone's okay. She's been sent from the Mystic Realm in order to assist us.
She's going to teach you Soraya's song so you can warp to the Forest Temple whenever you want.
Great. Okay, that's useful.
Did you really slay that Hydra?
No. We just saw it.
The Seeing of the Hydra is not as good of a chapter name. It'd also be a lot shorter. It's like, hey, there it is.
I'm afraid you're no match for the Hydra. You must travel back in time and increase your numbers.
Oh.
Yes. That is the only way.
I do like games when they, like, at the beginning will have you encounter, like, the big boss or whatever, and he just kicks your ass.
Yeah.
And you spend the rest, like, I think Infamous 2 did that. Infamous 2 was not great, but, like, I like at the beginning, you're fighting the demon or the beast or whatever, and he just like, beats the shit out of you, and you spend the rest of the time trying to, like, gain powers to kill him at the end.
Yeah.
I like that.
We got an Iron Spear with celerity +1.
Oh, that's good.
I like to stay Solaris.
Yeah.
Whenever I can.
Yeah.
Moonviewer. Okay. Battle of Yiling. Wallpaper!
That'd be awesome. Every time you unlock something.
Yeah. I'm just happy to finish that mission.
Yeah.
On account of the last time I tried it, I got stuck, I think.
Well, there you go.
Simizao's power. Clearly, this is the proof that Kaguya was talking about.
Do they have a time machine? Did they explain how they travel back in time?
They have a phone booth?
Oh, okay, sorry. Of course.
I want to save my friends.
It's like a hub world in a Dynasty Warriors game?
They've had, because they do story modes and all these other kind of weird camp building modes and stuff they've done in the past. So, like, some of the stuff is not necessarily 100% brand new, I guess.
I want to meet people that, like, if I call this like a Dynasty Warriors game, they get super like, no, this is Orochi. This is not.
Yeah,
Dynasty.
stop talking about Dynasty Warriors.
I don't know
It's not
why you're even
the
bringing
same
it up.
thing.
That's like saying Sonic when you're talking about Mario.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
It's a Dynasty Warriors game. I was real excited for Kessen. Remember that?
I do remember Kessen.
Yeah, I believe it was launched PS2.
Yeah, I remember people being excited for Kessen and thinking like,
They made like 3 of them, but like I played the first one and it sucked.
I need 200 gems.
You have 6,300 almost.
Okay.
Occasionally doubles movement speed. All right.
Confirm. Oh, done. All right, 6 + 2. Look at that weapon.
It's a stick.
We got 2 iron swords. Might as well fuse those too.
Why not?
Socket +4. Absolutely. Why wouldn't we do it? And 2 northern crosses. This one has 2 slots on it. That's ridiculous.
Touchpad button.
Done. I don't know what any of that actually did.
I think you got better weapons now.
Okay. Battle spear. Nothing like Dynasty Warriors. Good nap.
We just talked about this. This wasn't Dynasty Warriors.
Wait, what is this then?
This is Warriors Orochi.
Okay, Warriors Orochi 3 Ultimate. Here we are. Major. We're going to go into the Circle of Light and then go do whatever it is we're going to do. Yeah.
Which, was there a retail release of just Warriors Orochi 3 and this is the Ultimate Edition? Because that's usually how they've done
that's
it.
That's usually how they do it. I bet this is, probably the only one that's available on PlayStation 4.
Yeah,
Warriors
yeah.
Orochi 3 regular probably came out on PS3 and stuff. So
It's like they have all these offshoots. Like there's Samurai Warriors, there's Gundam Warriors, there's Warriors Orochi, there's Dynasty Warriors, now there's Hyrule Warriors. And then so they all have a billion sequels.
there's Dynasty Warriors Empires.
Yeah, that's right.
There's the regular Dynasty Warriors. Yeah.
And they all have a billion sequels, and then they get additional retail releases for like, this is Samurai Warriors 3 Extreme Legends Edition.
And then like the process of like enabling the levels in the one you bought before, or whether you're buying, like it's always really convoluted, and it's like a standalone expansion. You're like, none of this works. But I believe this had a save import from the PS3 version. If you had a save somewhere in the cloud or something, you could do that.
Okay. I wish the import just worked like the old Sonic and Knuckles lock-on technology, where you just took the actual physical disc and
just slap
had
it
a
on
contraption.
top.
Yeah.
And destroyed the disc in the process.
Oh,
I was
yes.
like, all right.
I had a period with my PlayStation 1 where it would only work if you put the disc in and then you turned the PlayStation on its top and then hit power. That's the only way it would run anything.
Yeah, that's a lot of PlayStations got to that point for sure.
That's weird.
Defeat Kiyomori. My Tang and my Dai cannot be defeated.
I'm very excited about this.
Sorry, it's been a long day. Defeat 600 enemies plus 3 officers. We'll take it. Little side mission here.
Sure.
Little side bet.
So do you and your friends on the leaderboards, are you constantly like texting each other like, I beat your KO.
Totally beat your KO count in WO3U. You guys suck butt. And then they're like, man, that's messed up. And I'm like, whatever.
You should just get high scores and then text your friends that don't play any of these games and then brag about it.
Yeah. Like, your score sucks. It's 0.
I'm kicking your ass. Stop texting me.
Competing with people who don't know that they're competing is fantastic.
Well, it's one way to ensure you're going to win.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the second they start playing, just never play the game again.
Yep. You're like, oh, we're
I've moved on. Oh, man.
Yeah, no,
no one's played that forever.
I beat you. We're done. Oh no, my die is in trouble.
What's all the blinky shit on the right there on your map?
I think that's where the person I need to make sure lives is having some problems. I mean, I've got to register. I've got to rescue Ma Dai, so I should probably just run down there and do it.
If I was ever in a battle like this, I probably wouldn't be quipping nearly as much as people in Dynasty Warriors games.
You know, you got to keep it light. You know, it's such a serious situation that sometimes the jokes are all you have to keep you sane.
I'd probably have a lot of panic attacks and shitting my pants more than jokes.
Well, you know, maybe you could tell jokes about the pants shitting.
You gotta be able to make fun of yourself.
Yeah. Pang D has appeared. Oh no. Oh, okay. No, wait. That's okay. That's a good thing.
Why does your friend lady have a bunch of mirrors that float around her?
I don't know. She likes to look at stuff.
Oh.
Hang on, I'm busy. With whatever this system is.
See, it should just go into the
And then she's shooting hot beams out of her mirrors.
It should just, when you have those little clashes, it should just go into the engine from the original Dynasty Warriors and you just have a fucking fight. Like one-on-one fight like the original Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah.
Or just Bushido Blade. Just hit them once in the fucking head with the sword and they're dead. That was the best feeling in the world, playing multiplayer Bushido Blade. It's like, fuck you, hit you once, you're just fucking dead.
I killed that fucking horse.
Yeah, and I cut down a tree.
Oh my god, look at this horse. These horses are dying.
Oh, you're literally now
I'm literally murdering horses here. There is non-stop horse murder happening on the screen right here.
I remember playing Red Dead Redemption and being like in a quarry and whistling for my horse. I'm just waiting for him. I was like, what the fuck? And I just hear this sound, and I look up, my horse is just tumbling end over end down like a canyon wall.
Nice.
I just have a dead horse sitting at my feet. That's good stuff. I like that a lot.
They did that in ancient times.
Well, yes. Some Sun Tzu's Art of War.
Yeah,
think. The first chapter is how to surf.
Yes, the 48 laws of power. Like number 47 is body surfing. No one's gonna fuck with you if you do it. They're gonna be like, oh, this guy.
That's true. I'd get the fuck out of Dodge if someone did that. They just surfed a corpse towards me.
Not really into the idea of having a loading time in the middle of the mission, but we get a little cutscene here.
Hey,
what's up, guys?
That guy needs a sword in his face. What are we doing here? Oh, they're cool.
All right.
Unless we're dead. Got a big Q-tip.
What up, young master?
I haven't read through the HR policies. Is there anything that strictly forbids me from wearing one of those big, like, golden lion masks to work?
I don't think so.
I kind of want to get one of those.
Yeah. I mean, you might as well.
Not one of those. That's a stupid head.
Yeah, that's terrible. Looks like a pirate or something.
Yeah.
Swashbuckler.
Pirate's pretty cool.
But it's not the look you're going for.
No. I want to be feared and respected.
Pirates aren't feared and respected anymore. They're just goofballs.
Yeah, like cartoon pirates are goofballs, but like actual pirates are still terrifying.
I mean, actual, like, 2014 real-world pirates. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with those guys.
No, I know. They're on all the torrent sites. Like, they're scary people.
No, I mean the guys on the high seas with guns and crap.
Okay, well, yeah,
you don't want to mess with those dudes.
That's the Assassin's Creed game I want to play.
I'd rather play that than any Assassin's Creed game that's come out.
Yeah,
like playing as a Navy SEAL, like parachuting in and killing like pirates and stuff. Yeah, that'd be cool. Are you an Assassin's Creed guy?
I have definitely enjoyed some of the Assassin's Creed games a great deal, yes.
Yeah. 2 is the only one I liked enough to beat. I've tried all of them, but my God, I can't get into those.
Yeah, I thought Brotherhood was really good. Some
Everyone
really
says
cool
that.
shit in Brotherhood.
I think I mentioned on the podcast, it just took so fucking long to get going.
Yeah, they all kind of do, but 3 was the only one where I just... Well, that and Revelations I thought was just needless. Yeah, 3 was unfortunate.
I think I might just suck at it because I'm the only one I think that complains all the time about like I feel like the game never does what I want it to do. Like I'll just want to like jump up to a higher thing while I'm climbing and then just jump off the fucking building and land on the ground.
That definitely happens.
The combat sucks. I don't like the control scheme at all. The story is fucking garbage.
So I like all the modern day stuff in Assassin's Creed, which apparently I'm the only one who does. Like people are just like, no, I want to see the future exploits of Ezio, and I'm like, fuck Ezio. Tell me what's going on with modern day Templars. Like I feel like if that series eventually got to a point where it's like we all have cyber guns because it's the future, like I think that would be interesting.
I feel like it's like a Lost thing though, where they bring up all these intriguing possibilities and stuff that could be going on, and then they never deliver on it.
So I think that's a problem also, is that the story has gotten so weird for the last few games here that they do run the risk of just like not making good on any of that stuff.
Yeah.
That's why they don't address it the same way they used to anymore. I feel like they've kind of written that stuff into the background even further than it already was.
Okay.
Which is someone who really liked that stuff, I'm kind of disappointed. But
because I heard, Black Flag was more kind of straightforward, wasn't it? I never played through the whole thing, but like
just the trappings for it of like what was going on outside the Animus was very different from most of the other Assassin's Creed games.
Okay.
In kind of a cool and clever and like not self-serious way that I thought was kind of neat, but it's a very different thing.
One of the most dramatic turnarounds in perception I've seen with 3. Because 3, in all the early showings and all the trade shows and everything, everyone was wowed by it.
Yeah.
They were like, this looks incredible. Like the setting seemed so great and everything. And then it came out and everyone was like,
wow,
what
this is actually
is
this is shit. This is not a great, this is bad. There's a lot of bad choices here.
Yeah.
And then they pulled it back together for Black Flag, and it's kind of...
I played like 5 or 6 hours of Black Flag, and I liked it a lot more than 3.
Yeah.
I thought the boat stuff was going to be way too just too big and cumbersome and stuff.
Yeah, but like that stuff could have been a real mess, but they did a good job.
Yeah.
I keep leveling up.
You're getting a lot of experience doing something. Keep hitting square.
Okay. I mean, that's pretty much all I'm doing. These guys are running away from me. I'm just like running up on them and hitting square and hoping that they're enemies.
That's not a good approach if you're actually in battle.
Yeah, probably.
I'll just shoot at all these guys and hope
it'll work itself out. What?
Is that your fella?
I don't know. No.
Or is that your... What the fuck?
Huang Zong has been... Okay.
The fade-in for these characters, like, they'll literally be like 5 feet away from your dude and they just materialize out of nowhere.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Bring it on, Cottonmouth. Okay. Just keep going, I guess.
had to run with a sword, I'd like to think I'd run like that.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Or the better thing is if you actually drag it across like a metal ground and like sparks are flying up.
Yeah, that's the ideal, I think.
I would think that would just scare the shit out of anyone you were running at.
Uh-huh. I would be freaked the fuck out.
Yeah. I thought that was a good touch in the new Twisted Metal, where like Mr. Grimm, like all the motorcycle guys would have the chainsaw thing.
Yeah.
And as you had it selected, you drag it behind you, and it would catch on fire, and then you throw it.
Yeah.
Game wasn't that great, but like I thought that was a cool touch.
It had heart.
Yeah, I was so excited for that. I mean, I think everyone knows how much I love Twisted Metal, but like I don't know what it was missing. I think it's just time has not been kind to that.
Just that genre is hard
Not so much, yeah.
Hard to do.
Yeah.
Well, this is, I mean, I think it's going to continue like this. So I was thinking about quitting out of this mission and maybe looking at one of the other options on the menu.
Sure.
What is this? It's a game mode in which you can create your own unique stages.
God.
Oh, right. So, yeah. Levels that you completed, you can kind of, change kind of the flow of stuff and upload it.
Oh.
You can only do it for levels you've beaten. It's kind of a light editor, but there is an editor in there.
Okay.
Place for warriors who want something a little different in their battles. Mix up some special rules, like special cards.
And makes it a card game?
All right, so I've...
What are we doing?
Gosh, let's do Juan Castle. Well, I suppose...
Oh, wow. Select music. Triangle. Oh, we got the DLC.
Yeah, got some DLC
Oh, my
soundtrack
goodness.
options here. Yeah, pretty excited about it. Oh.
Is this like Dynasty Warriors 1? With Tekken Tag?
Oh, let's hope.
There's just like an amazing fighting game buried in this, and no one knows about it? Oh, it's not like a real thing.
Well, I mean, like it's like the original Dynasty Warriors.
But it looks like you can run
way.
like full 3D, can't you?
Yeah, I thought you could do that in the original Dynasty Warriors. It was not a side-by-side game.
Was it not? I thought you had to like hold like L2 or something. Yeah. It's like that War Gods game from Midway.
Right. Ooh.
Yeah, I got real excited for that one.
Yeah.
I was like, oh wow, this is going to change everything. 3D fighting. That's the obvious next step.
That's
like,
the next step, and here's what's going to usher it into the future.
Yep. No one's going to play Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat ever again.
War
We got
Gods
3D.
is here.
Yeah.
Mace the Dark Age is coming, so...
Criticom.
Yeah, because in Mace you could play as Pojo.
They're all just ripoffs of Balls 3D, though.
Most things are.
Yeah. The whole 3D age. Mario 64.
Yeah.
Balls with the
Polygonal
Z.
gaming.
God, I wanted to love just every one of those fucking shitty PlayStation 1, like Cardinal Sin. Shit like that. That's why
Criticom was especially bad.
Criticom sucked ass. God, what else is there? There's Ehrgeist, God Bless the Ring.
Yeah, Ehrgeist had heart. Yeah, it wasn't terrible.
Hey.
There's Tobal 2.
Yep.
Those were cool. Those were
the
cool
rival
games.
schools divided by fate?
Yeah,
Or
there's
United by
United
Fate or
Dreamcast and
whatever?
stuff too.
Yeah.
Or Project Justice was on Dreamcast, I guess, the sequel.
A Bloody Roar.
Yeah, Bloody Roar was cool. Toshinden.
Yeah.
Toshinden 3 had so many characters in it. You had 10 count who looked like Michael Jackson from the Smooth Criminal video.
That's awesome.
And of course, Vermilion. Man. Toshinden 3, now that's a video game.
Why aren't we just playing Toshinden 3 all the time?
That's a great question.
All quick looks for the rest of 2014 are just Toshinden 3.
They start out with some other game and they go like, you know what, this isn't as good as Toshinden 3.
I actually played a bunch of Time Killers. Remember that?
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat clone where you could chop off
Time
arms
Killer's
and
terrible.
legs and stuff.
Time Killer's terrible. Did you ever play Bloodstorm?
Yeah.
That was also bad. That was another bad game.
Eternal Champions. That was playable.
Yeah. I mean, it was, it's not a good game. ECCD was also no good.
Jesus, like that fucking kind of Mortal Kombat up to like Tekken Virtua Fighter that like when people were just kind of trying to figure out what they wanted to do with fighting games, like, oh, we want to do gory with Mortal Kombat, but we also want to do 3D. Like, there was so much just complete horseshit during that time.
Yeah, there really was. There was a PS1. There was some decent stuff that was coming out in Japan. Critical Blow, Shadow Struggle, I think it's called. There's a bunch of the Asuka 120% Burning Fest games.
I have not played any of those.
It's all like anime schoolgirls, but they're fighting, and each one has a different subject. So the one girl like is the chemistry girl, and she throws test tubes at you that catch on fire.
That's a cool idea.
And volleyball girl spikes volleyballs at you, and
I like that idea.
it's all 2D sprites and stuff. It came out on a lot of different platforms. It's a hell of a fighting game. I like it a lot.
Okay.
Anyway, that's Warriors Orochi 3 Ultimate. It has options. It has a gallery.
Otherworld
it has
invasions.
Otherworld invasions that you can turn off or on.
Apparently they were on.
Which I imagine is... I'm just going to stab out and guess and say that it's their attempt at like a Dark Souls style system.
Oh, yeah.
But I can't say for sure.
I'm sure it's just as nuanced as Dark Souls, this game in general.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Very deliberate actions. Every decision you make is
100%.
important.
Yeah, everything matters. This is Warriors Orochi 3 Ultimate. Thanks, Dan. Okay, so what do you think that this is going to... If Hyrule Warriors is just this reskinned...
Yeah.
When Hyrule Warriors is just this reskinned, what do you think you will think?
I'm gonna... It'll strike those nostalgia notes for me as far as like, oh, here's that song from that dungeon, and oh, here's Impa, and here's whatever. But at the end of the day, like, I am not somebody that can let nostalgia color how I feel about a game.
Yeah.
Like, Zelda's one of my favorite series of all time. Hated Spirit Tracks.
Oh, really?
Hey, I really didn't. It didn't have an overworld. I mean, you were so tied to those tracks and stuff. There's no exploration, I felt.
Yeah.
I mean, the dungeons were good.
Yeah, Spirit Tracks was all right, man.
But that's the thing. Is like I don't let my love of a franchise. It doesn't just give a free pass.
It's not automatic. Like, oh, well, it's got Zelda in it, so it's good. Okay.
And plus, it's not even. This is not a Zelda game. Hyrule Warriors is not. I mean, that's not going to be a factor at all. If it's a bad game, I'm going to call it a bad game.
It might as well be a Zelda game. I mean, it's set in the Zelda universe.
Yeah.
You play as Link.
Zelda characters.
Right?
Yeah, but I mean, you know what I mean. It's not like a core, like when people talk about...
The hero of light!
It's not going to be part of the main series any more than the CDI games.
What if it was? What if like this was like the new story jumping off point for everything to come afterwards?
Oh, when we said it was open world at E3, we meant this.
Yeah, no, this, you can run around everywhere.
What you guys were
there's
talking
like
about.
3,000 Octoroks here on screen. We're really excited about it.
This is the new Zelda.
Yeah.
We don't have any others in
development.
development.
This is what this.
That'd be amazing.
Oh man. Anyway, this is Warriors Orochi 3 Ultimate. You can do true triple attack KOs.
Cool.
Thanks, Dan.
Thanks, Jeff.